welcome back. Today I have something really cool for you. It's another gun that shoots both 9mm and 40. Now, I posted a previous video on my wife's pistol that shoots both 9 and 40. You can click the link here. But this is another one. I borrowed it from a friend, and this is a fantastic gun. This is a hard chrome pistol from Dawson Precision. They start off with a long dust cover. And a long dust cover is this part here on the slide that you see. I'm going to bring in the edge for a second. This is an STI edge. This is the one I've done previous. I do all my shooting with in the Texas State Limited videos. But you notice how the dust cover comes all the way out to the end. This gives it added weight, and it just helps with the recoil. But this one here, they've milled off or cut off the end of it to make it a little bit shorter and give it that more traditional look of a 1911. In this case, a 2011 is what this is, since it is the wide body. But anyways, it comes with the Dawson fiber front sight, which I love this sight. I just got one for my GSG a few months ago and just totally dig it. The Bomar rear sights, adjustable sights, you see how they've been radiused right here. I spoke about that as well, how they're sometimes if they're not radiused, it'll cut your finger when you're racking the slide. This is a bull barrel. This one's actually set up for 9mm right now. No bushing on this. With a bull barrel, you get a little bit more weight to help counter muzzle rise. Now, with STI guns and SV, with the modular frames, basically is what the good term to call it. The grip and the trigger guard are all plastic, and you can grind on these with your Dremel tool. And you can see the shooter that I borrowed this from has ground here and here, and he's actually reduced the grip size a little bit around here, and then cut out some skateboard tape and fully wrapped the grips, which give it fantastic grip. I mean, there is no slide at all. I don't know exactly how he did it, as far as he must have sat there and ground on this for a long time, but this was one of the best grips I've ever felt. But it was custom made. So, you know, there's aftermarket grips you can buy out there, but doing your own is probably the best you can do. And then this little groove right here is for your finger, I guess, when you're shooting. But the grip reduction that he did on this is fantastic. The only problem, though, and careful with this one, is when you do reduce the grip in here, it reduces the thickness of the plastic. And then in high temperatures, like say shooting in the summer months, if you go to do a magazine change and you have a death grip on the gun, when you push that mag release button right there, the magazine may not drop freely. I've had this issue before in some of my 3-gun matches years ago in the summertime when I had shooting my edge, because I did a grip reduction on mine as well. But just keep that in mind. You can mess up your grip if you grind off too much. But let's take it apart to show you how to switch this thing from 9mm to 40. So we'll pull that back like so. Carries down just like a normal 2011, except this one has a Dawson Precision toolless guide rod. You notice I took that apart with the guide rod still intact. Well, the toolless guide rod, which I use in my edge as well, you push forward, and then right here is a little button, and you push that, and there's a metal. Let me move it. You can see the metal pop out there, and then you let the tension off with your thumb here, and that little tab right there gets caught on the reverse barrel plug. So then you can pull out the guide rod, the barrel plug, and the recoil spring all in one shot. That is pretty cool. If you've done enough of these guns, you've noticed you use paper clips and 2-piece guide rods where you have to unscrew. They're just a pain. But anyways, like I said, this has got the 9mm barrel. We'll just take that out. And so to swap this, to change calibers, you just put in a new barrel and an additional extractor for the different caliber. Now originally this gun started out as a 9mm, and the shooter decided that they wanted to do it in 40 as well. So what they did was they took the bolt face here, which was a little bit more narrower, and so the gunsmith milled it out a little bit to accept the wide, or the diameter of the 40 caliber. So the bolt face here has been milled out a little bit to fit that, and basically that's about all that's been done to it, aside from having another extractor fitted for the 40. Now the extractors we're running in this gun are called an Aftech extractor, and Aftechs usually don't need any fitting. So if you end up buying yourself one of these, all you got to do is drop it in. The interesting thing about these is, let me get some of my tweezers. They have little bitty springs right here that add tension to the extractor inside the gun. There's one here and one there. So once these springs are in place, you take the little top cap and you slip it over the top like that. So what this does is, once this is inserted inside the slide, it adds tension to that rod, which gives you the tension for the extraction. Now sometimes when you put a new one of these in your gun, it just will not fire, it will not extract, it may not even go into battery. So it just usually means it's a little stiff since it's new and broken in. If you take out this front pin right here, the one closest to the front, to where the extractor is, so you take out the screw, the little spring, and you put that in there. This will reduce some of that tension, and after a while, once this gets a little better, a little more broken in, then you can put that spring back in and it should function. Now don't go out and buy one of these Aftech extractors unless you have an extraction problem in the first place. These things are good and all, but if your gun already extracts, don't mess with it. This is a solution for a problem, a problem gun, and they're about $70, I believe. So this is a fairly expensive solution. But like I said, if your gun's already working, don't buy another one. They are caliber specific. This one here goes with the 40 barrel, and the one that's in the gun goes with the 9mm barrel. So when you switch this one out, you have to switch out the barrel and the extractor. The other gun that I did a review on, I had the entire top end made, which is a lot more expensive than this method right here. So if we're putting the gun back together, it's real simple. We're going to slip the barrel in, take your guide rod assembly, put that lug out of the way, set that in like so. Make sure we get our barrel lug lined up there. There we go. Drop in our slide lock. And then you notice the guide rod's still flailing around. All you do then is cock it. And there it is. When you cock it, it just kind of removes takes the tension off that spring. But I love the way this gun feels. I love the way it handles. It's a little lighter with this recessed area right here, and also the slide had some metal removed to give that traditional look. Once again, we'll go back to the edge. You notice how there's just a ton of metal right up here. This gun is very heavy, but it's for its purpose. It is what it is. So yeah, this one here, it's got the front and rear serrations, and on the back there were some. Oh yes, the grip safety has been pinned, so you can tell that there's no movement here. What he's done is there's a leaf spring, or not a leaf spring, but the mainspring housing back here. You can drill into the top of the mainspring housing and take a roll pin, hammer it in there, and then one of the little ears on the grip safety, it's actually pinned down. So what you do is when you put this thing together, you'll slide in the grip safety with that pin in place and hold the grip safety down. And slide it in, and it'll hold it down. This is another method to defeat the grip safety. And this is a competition gun. This is not a carry gun. So, and the reason you would want to do this, defeat the grip safety, is the draw. If you mess up your draw a little bit and don't get the best grip, you might not get that grip safety down. So you can at least get the first shot off. Okay, let's talk about the magazines. Just like in the other one, this requires two different magazines. I have one that looks exactly like the other one. This is for 40. And then I have an SV mag, which is a different brand, for the 9mm. And I'm told that this one here does not require the spacers that the STI mags require when shooting 9mm out of this magazine. Not exactly sure why. It could be the body shape, but anyways, this is an SV mag, and you notice the base pad on it's a slightly different shape. I believe that has to do with being IPSC legal, meaning this one is not IPSC legal. Both of these mags are USPSA legal, but not IPSC, from what I understand. But anyways, this one here comes apart a whole lot more difficult, if you will, by using a tool. So you have to use a Allen wrench to get this one off, and it just slides off once you get it loosened. The Dawson Precision base pad, just like in my other video, it comes off with the movement of a button there with your thumb. This is what I use exclusively. Love these things. If you don't have something like this, you should get them. They make them for Glock and some others as well. But I believe, I mean, you can probably get around 22 rounds in this of 9mm, and this one here I get usually about 20 or 40 in this. Well, thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more competition shooting and gun reviews.